Hello, my dear Aquarius. Welcome back. I'm so excited to be here with you all. We are going right into Imbolc, which is the cross quarter Sabbath, which marks the midpoint between winter and spring. So in between Yule and Ostera, and this is going to be the very 1st of February. And the energy behind this is very much about that hearth fire and about that energy of preparedness and also in comfort. So the animals we're going to be focusing on is everything burrowing. So bear and groundhogs and prairie dogs and even squirrels and different nestled animals like that is going to be a main focus, as is the element of fire. So new beginnings, new goals. We're continuing with the goals for 2021, and the energy is very high for that creation process. So let's dive into your reading. The layout we have here is the medicine wheel spread, and it begins here with the past. We move into your mindset, then your spirit realm messages, and forward movement into the future. Then we have your center and the momentum that guide you, and we'll continue to add different cards to the mix to get deeper understanding. So first and foremost, let's just take a few minutes to just put your feet up or grab your coffee or your tea to get yourself very comfortable, light that candle or that sage, clear your space. And we'll do this by just taking a couple deep breaths here, allowing yourself to be comfortable, at ease, peaceful, and open to this new understanding. So let's dive in here to the very center, and we have go with the flow here. So very good message to start. Going with where the world takes us, trusting that universal source energy, your guide, source, divine, whatever it is that you call the universe. We're going to be really working on trust there. And we have these geese here moving, and I love that message there of the geese, which is all about the water. So coming back to that emotional state, we also have purple here, which is very connected to the upper chakras. So staying grounded, but also remaining open to new information coming in. In the past here, you've been going through your own self-sacrifice sun dance, and this is a Native American cultural dance, which is primarily masculine, and it's all about sacrificing that ego state of mind or that left brain. So you could be letting go of overthinking, and that goes hand in hand here with go in the flow, because it could be very possible that you're hanging on to old beliefs. So let's move into your cognitive energy here, and we have cycles and movement. So new things are coming into your mental state. It seems to me that maybe there's a new beginning coming forward for you. And the medicine wheel is, of course, what we're doing here, going through all of the stages. So yes, there's a method of movement. There's also sort of a feeling of letting something go. We're releasing here, and it could be the need to control or the need to move forward quickly. And your message from the spirit realm is very much to trust your inner child, trust your roots here in this south quadrant, which is all about your lessons, what you've learned. What is it for you to trust people in your world, or family ties, or maybe some past pains coming up for you? It seems like your experiences have really shaped you, and in a way that has caused you some self-reflection and to look at that ego space and do some reflection and some letting go. So it's always important to bring the new energy in. You know, we go around the river bend, so to speak, and new energy comes forward, and that is indicated here with cycles, allowing yourself to move to that next step with a free state of mind, with an understanding that you get to be, do, and have whatever it is that you feel is possible for you. So these beliefs that come from, you know, staying small or maybe second guessing yourself, all of those aspects coming forward now and saying, what are your goals? What are you nurturing? What is that next step for you? So let's move forward into that, to the next step in your forward movement. And we have nurturing upside down here. Okay, so the coral is a feminine element. It comes from the ocean, so it's connected very much to water. And you have the water here that you're navigating through, and now we have the coral taken from the water to wear on your neck in order to remind you of that Mother Earth energy, that nurturing energy. So there's an aspect here of coming back to the divine feminine. Whether you are male or female, you still benefit from those aspects of self. So there's like a polarity here going on that you're willing to change, you're ready to flow into that change, because you've most recently in the past gone through this self-sacrifice, this Sundance sort of ceremony, or just simply put, the inner work that releases that ego mind. So let's see what it is that's fueling you, what's moving you forward. And we have the Page of Bows, which would be the Page of Fire or the Page of Wands. There we go, in the traditional tarot deck. So this is a stoat. It could also be the otter. This is a North European deck, and here we have the otters. These animals are very much connected to the feminine as well, and then we have a flow of water. So another indication that there's needs to be a willingness to let the, I'm hearing let the information flow, but I feel intensely that it is emotional flow that is currently maybe being thought too much about, or maybe it's keeping you stuck some way. Like your emotions really need to come forward, release, let go, and continue with that, because it's never just one and done. We're always healing. We're always going through that cycle, that sacred spiral, if you will. And then as we move into your future, we have the king here of arrows. So this would be the king of fire, or I'm sorry, air. There we go. And the most important aspect of this kingfisher here is his beak, because he's like a little dart and he never misses. So this is about impeccable aim. This is about the, you know, he's kind of a small and mighty little thing because he is the king. He is the king of the air. So there's something very important here about knowing your worth. And again, we have the element of water flowing all through the center of what is creating the momentum for you. So let's go into the Lenormand now and see exactly what's going on for the storyline behind our Aquarius. Okay, this is the Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and it's just read from left to right like a sentence. So we're going to get enough cards here. There we go. And one more. Okay. And at the base of the deck, we have the fish, a beautiful sign. This is about finances, prosperity, wealth, but it could also be financial trickery and financial other means as well. So let's see what the energy is like. We begin with the clouds, and it looks as though they are lifting. Okay, so from left to right, we have this sort of dark, dreary weather, and it's from the left, which means we are moving away from that, and we're moving into more of that springtime energy. And I'm drawn here again to the geese, which we saw in your first card as well. So there could be a message there with the geese. We will see as we move deeper. We have the child in reverse, and we have this here which says inner child. We have the sun, which is a very positive card. So positivity and light and magic and creation and bringing your own manifestations to fruition. So that's very nice. Then we have the ship, but it is reversed. So this is about quick movement. And then we have the scythe, interesting, something to get rid of. And to the right of it is the empire or the tower, but this isn't the traditional tarot tower. This in the Lenormand is a tower about your prosperity, your abilities to create your empire, and perhaps faculties as well. If you're going to school, if you have a corporate job, something like that, that can be represented here. And it is upside down. So perhaps some of you are looking to move out of your job, and it's going quite slowly, and you're trying to focus on your creation. You're trying to provide for a family, and you're waiting for that to clear up. So that could very well be, for some of you, the scenario where this is going to be applied. So let me know if that is you. And what we'll do now is move into what it is that you are releasing at this time. What are we releasing for Aquarius? time of in bulk, which will allow Aquarius to move forward in the path of least resistance. Okay, so really just knowing that there is a solution, that's what's indicated here, a solution to every problem. And then we have kind of this hanged man energy here where there's actually vines holding the person down. So there's a little bit of that aspect of the glass ceiling, if you will. And again, we see kind of this cord cutting ceremony here, and we have cords here as well. So a cord cutting ceremony may be very beneficial for you. And that's something that I have in my free Facebook group. If you're interested in that ceremony, it's totally free, so you can get the link from that for that from me. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have the mosaic, let chance play its creative role in your life. And I really love that aspect. This card has been coming up so much, and it's really just about allowing the chaos to unfold and allowing yourself to, again, trust. And I really love the duplicate colors here of just that purple. Really trusting that higher chakra system, which manages our mindset and manages our belief systems of what we believe to be true. So let's go into that and go into your mindset here. What's going on with the mindset? What are we manifesting? What is the ideals? What's really going on in the mindset of Aquarius? We have openness here. Okay, so there is that need to sort of open up, and it really comes from trusting yourself. You know, this is impeccable aim. We have the moon here with all the constellations, so follow your North Star. There seems to be a need for quick movement, and the funny thing is that the universe doesn't really know what that means. Our guides they don't quite understand the need for rush like humans do. So it's a human condition that isn't quite understood in the other realms. So when we allow ourselves to be open to new ways of thinking, to letting go of the things that do not serve us and things that do indeed hold us back, we then can find this new ability to puncture right through whatever it is that gets in our way. So it's going to be an important thing for you, and it could be that the moon is calling you, much like the wolf that's indicated here, because at the bottom of the deck we have yet another moon and more of these purple hues and the purple colors, which really, really indicate to me, let's see, there it is, at the bottom of the deck here, that there's a lot going on with your spiritual awakening. So we have this opportunity here, and this is saying don't ever limit yourself. Or from the author of this deck here, she says you're never as limited as you may seem, and that's Jamie Sams. So it's a concept that's really stuck with me, and it's something I come back to all the time. You know, what if I'm just not limited? What if the opportunities are indeed endless? And when I see all of these purple hues, what I think of with, you know, this vastness, this open space, is always the Akashic records, because there's this astral travel aspect to it. There's this awakening to that place where our spirit guides live, where our past lives are, where our soul contracts are. So some of you may be feeling drawn to that and feeling nudges in that direction, or perhaps Reiki or doing spiritual practices of whatever kind. So if that is the direction, if that is you moving from, you know, a struggle mindset of keeping yourself stuck in order to pay bills and provide for a family, and instead want to create something new, a new empire, and so you must leave that 9-to-5 job, let me know, because that's what I do. I'm a spiritual business coach, so I help people find clients online. And then I also teach the Akashic records that I'm talking about here. So, you know, let me know. There's lots of different ways that I might be able to help or assist as you go about opening yourself up to these universal gifts, allowing yourself to truly feel that emotional, I want to say emotional turbulence, because we just do have a lot of water here. So I'm actually going to put all of these here together because I feel that they go along very well. Okay, So next, let's see here, as you move into speaking with your spirit guides, what is helping you to connect to your spirit guides? What is it that Aquarius needs to know in order to connect deeper into that spirit realm, that other world? Okay, dreams, yes. Okay, it really does come back to you believing in yourself. We have here, your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. Very potent here. I love that. And I love how it goes so well with this king. I think that that pursuing and that ability to have just completely impeccable aim really just goes hand in hand here. Um, it's about balancing emotion. It's also about coming into your own power and having the ability to call upon all of the elements that are presented here to really focus your intentions. Where are you going? What are you creating? And then understanding how powerful that truly is for you. So let's see what the messages are for moving forward as you move into this next stage, as you move into February. What is it that Aquarius needs to embody? Okay, so there's a thoughtfulness here. Okay, very interesting. It's a little bit nostalgic. It's a little bit more of that second guessing type energy. I mean, it seems that you might get stuck there in the thoughts and perhaps feeling just a little bit unnerved, perhaps. And it could be because you're learning to truly and completely nurture yourself and to trust yourself. So it only makes sense that you might be a little bit deep in thought, and that might be why the universe is suggesting move through those thoughts quickly. Get yourself out of the funk, allow yourself to move through it in ways that before would have seemed impossible. So perhaps if you're on, a mindset spiral, as I like to call them, which we all do, the first thing is to understand we do all do this. We do all have that ability to get stuck sometimes. But the superpower, the part of it, is to make a conscious choice to propel yourself forward despite all of those things. Allow yourself to be open to the ideas of the universe. Go with your emotional flow. Tap into that feminine nature of receiving and having that thoughtfulness, and let go of what no longer serves you, because you do have a choice in the matter here. You are able, you are more than able, more than capable of doing the things that you're called to do. There's just something within you that continues to say, no, I don't think so. Like I can't have that, or I can't do that. So Spirit is saying to allow yourself to get that spark lit up within you. Call upon your spirit guides, call upon your ancestors, whatever it is that you believe in. They're out there and they are waiting for you, and it's very much up to you to call upon them. As you know, we are unable to receive assistance that we do not ask for. Our angels are unable to come forward unless we have given them permission, right? And that's a huge part of the Akashic Records too. So that consistent openness, saying I am open and ready to receive, is going to be ultimately extremely powerful for you to allow that light in. So at the bottom of the deck here, we have talismans. So it could be beneficial for you to maybe wear a necklace, or some people get a tattoo, or we have runes here, maybe a stone in your pocket, something, some sort of symbol that says, my guides are with me, a reminder to ask them to be with me and to continue to serve me and continue to remind me to let things go, to not get stuck in this thought, and to remain open to new possibilities, because currently it just seems that the possibilities seem far-fetched, and the universe wants you to know that that is absolutely just a mindset funk. So carry around your talismans, let it be powerful, let it really be magical, and call upon that often. You'll see some changes. So next we're going to dive into the aspects of you that are going to be awakening. What aspects of Aquarius are awakening at this time? The Destiny card. Okay, so again, your dreams have chosen you. Very similar message here. Your dreams have chosen you, so go and find the fulfillment. We have a heart on a pedestal here. We have the eagle over her third eye. We have a pendulum here, or a pentacle, which is all about being that talisman, right? Carrying something that reminds you of the other worlds, that reminds you that you have these spirit guides, that you're able to move forward without the fear. So it's really very much time to drop that fear and allow yourself to move forward unapologetically, and with love. You know, we have this, it's always kind of like a gateway to me. This is really what the Akashic Record sort of looks like. And it's this very light, very bright 10. Okay, so this is a completion. This is going through the doorway and going through the transformation for the very last time, and then you don't have to do it again, right? But the important thing is that you do hang on to the lesson that is taught, which is that there's this butterfly here. We all know what that means if we've been reading Oracle. You know, it's this transformation, right? And the transformation is, I came to conquer. I get in my own head, I go for the gold, I second guess myself, and then I sort of lose the oomph, and then I go back to nurturing myself. And the universe is saying there's nothing wrong with that cycle. Use that cycle of go, 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 run, 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 climb the treadmill, run on the treadmill, hamster wheel, rat race, what have you, and then rest, and then get up and build, and then rest. I am also a planner. I do planner videos as well, so check that playlist out. But I'm a CEO of my own business. Therefore, I never run out of work to do, right? And I feel that many of you may feel this way. So there is this part of me that used to write down every 15 minutes in a day planner what I was going to do that day from 5:30 in the morning to like 11 o'clock at night. And I realized it was not an ideal schedule. So instead, my schedule for now is to wake up when the sun comes up, go with the flow, take action on what sparks my soul, just do the things I'm called to do, rest when I feel the need to rest, and then repeat. So just get up, kick butt, follow your intuition, follow the flow, come back to self-love, nurturing self-care. Then you'll feel the energy come back to you. But it does seem to me like part of this regimen, part of this routine, this cycle that has been continuing, or that you need to continue either way, it definitely does seem to make you feel a little bit stuck, makes you feel a little bit like you're repeating yourself, kind of that hamster wheel feeling. So let's see what we can get here as a clarifier. Let's pull some more here from the universal messages. Messages from the spirit realm. What do we have for our Aquarius? Okay, yes, so there's a little bit of this standstill energy. It's something that it just feels very unneeded. Okay, and it may be drama, like people second guessing you as well as you second guessing yourself. It says here, alienation, a stalemate, stagnation, withholding, grinding to a halt, insensitivity, and mistrust. Wow, interesting. What is that about? So something to be released, of course. And then at the bottom here, we have the abysmal, which is further indicating this need for water to flow, the emotional aspect of self to flow. And it says there's overwhelm, unpredictability, hazardous conditions, dark emotions, facing fear, and the need for courage. And there are others here. I don't really like danger and insecurity. I just don't feel like that fits any reading, really. But it's just to say this feeling of a slippery slope, right? We've got the empire here, but it's upside down and it's right on top of thoughts and sacrificing the ego and letting yourself move regardless of this standstill. This is difficult to overcome. And I know this because I've done all of this. This is like storybook exactly how I began my business too. So there's definitely this feeling of trusting going where you're guided. I mean, really, going up. I mean, what would it be like to wake up in the morning, right, and just say, what do I feel guided to do? What do I feel guided to say? And we have the rebirth here that just flew out. Before I even shuffled, there he is. The bat spirit coming out of caves, going into caves, you know, being sensitive to light, which we have indicators of light here. So there's something going on here. Again, I feel this need to stay hidden, maybe coming out of the spiritual closet a little bit, as we say. So I'll put him over here with the spiritual messages from the spirit realm. Okay, let's see what we have. What other animals here for Aquarius? Okay, the gathering. All right, so you're going through a transformation and there's parts that you're letting go. And so you need to do a recon of what you want to keep as well, right? So not all aspects of self are we shedding. We are actually detoxing, but at the same time we are nurturing. And this is a really good indicator here, right? We're in the middle of winter, at least for the Northern Hemisphere, where I am, and that in bulk energy is coming back up, right? Those burrowing animals, that feeling of gathering, of still being in winter, but feeling that springtime energy. It's this in-between space. So there's a lot of reflection on thoughts. There's a lot of gathering of the mental clarity. There's a lot of looking at what has been and looking forward and creating what is still to come. So you have quite a bit that you're going through here. And it's a little bit of an emotional turmoil, but you have the stamina to get through it. You may be finding yourself looking in the mirror and going through a little bit of a self-acceptance situation because part of you is holding yourself back, and it's time to really look at that and see and feel into it, because more than anything we're feeling into that emotion, that abysmal, right, that overflow of emotion. And yeah, it feels dangerous, it feels insecure, it feels kind of icky, but the result is so beautiful and so stunning. And you're able to feel this flow where it's just like, I know this because I've conquered it already, right? I've gone through this before. Therefore, I know that if I just remain open, get the right one here. If I just remain open to my spirit guides, my angels, my understanding of my belief systems, if I recreate my belief systems based upon where I'm going, not where I have been, and I have that openness to the divine, to that spirit realm, I am going to not just be okay. I'm just going to prosper. I'm going to see some amazing, amazing new heights, right? And you deserve it, Aquarius. You are ready for it. So I'm going to do one more thing where I collect all the cards and tell a story. So give me just one moment and I'll be right back. Okay, my dears. So you've been at a standstill. Things feel cold, wintry, boring, stagnant, maybe even frustrating. You've been holding yourself back. You're starting to see your cycles. You're starting to look deeper into your emotional truth, your spiritual truth, really taking time in the mirror, allowing yourself to see new perspectives, maybe sometimes just even understanding that you are in a little bit of a thought process, and not the daydream type of way, but in a how the heck am I doing this type of way, which is okay. And you're going to see the cycles continue. I'm going to put this up here because I think it's so important. The clouds are clearing because you're understanding that you can tap into your past experiences and draw power from them. You can see that inner child, you can see those inner thoughts, and you can reform all of those experiences, everything that's led you up to here, all the struggle, all the pain, all of the, some of us have trauma, some of us have, experiences where we've been proven right when we wanted so bad to be proven wrong. But we can transmute that energy. We can get rid of the energy that doesn't serve, and we can release it and truly release it out of your heart space. Just let it go. Allow yourself to release. And in doing so, you allow that release to continue going upwards, up and out of you. And in doing so, you allow light to come in, right? They say that the wound is where the light comes in. And then you allow the universe to play with your fate, right? And let's see what it says verbatim. Let chance play its creative role in your life. Very well said. And you go with the flow. And you think to yourself, no matter where this boat takes me, I trust in this open opportunity. I trust in my intuition, my own inner guidance system, my emotional guidance system. I trust that no matter what, I am guided. And in doing so, you begin to trust yourself and balance your feminine and masculine sides. You're seeing the benefit of emotional release. You're seeing the benefit of that trust, of feeling like you've got this. You're not going to fail. You're not going anywhere. And in so doing, you're following your destiny. You're doing exactly what it is that the universe has set up for you. You are fulfilling that soul mission. You're helping to guide the spiritual awakening. You're helping to create. And not to just create anything, but to create an empire that lasts for generations to come. And you're doing so in a way that feels like such a good flow for you. You're going to feel yourself get into that creative flow, build your destiny from a state of being. People in the online coaching world, they talk about embodiment. And it goes hand in hand with validation too. I feel like validation gets such a bad reputation, but it's a very good word, right? To feel validated in what you've gone through. And to understand that this method, this way of manifesting your destiny and manifesting this high ride, this beautiful place, this comes from you trusting your inner spark, that ace of wands, if you will, that literal spark of life that's like, this is why I get up in the morning. This is that end goal that I can't wait to get to. This is receiving on all levels. And you see yourself gathering what you know, putting information together, going to school, taking that course, hiring that coach, whatever it is, you will know. But you're gathering up that information so that you can best follow that dream, so you can best live out that soul mission. And in so doing, remembering to fully come back to that earth spirit, to truly nurture yourself. And this is on the top here, just looking right at me on this deck of cards. You're detoxing and loving yourself and enjoying that time, to cleanse and restore yourself. And this is that reward. It is to be able to live with this spark of life guiding you, leading you. And Aquarius, it is beautiful. So I hope this reading has resonated with you. I will post some links in the description, so check those out. If you are drawn to that Akashic Records course, just let me know. We will get you in there as soon as possible. It is a self-paced 6-week course. It runs through spirit guides, past lives, a little bit of healing, a little bit of clarity, a little bit of everything. It's basically astral travel, and it looks so similar to this here. Walking through a threshold and seeing your spirit guides, your ancestors, you know, seeing what's on that other side. And it's beautiful. I'm also a spiritual online coach. I do all of the things. What can I say? I do all of the things. So if any of these things really call to you, just let me know. I'll put all the links down in the description box. Always feel free to reach out to me. I am so happy that you are here. Thank you all for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe as usual. And I will see you all next month. Bye.